saying it like that? Do they not care how we feel? I don't think that's what they mean. Oh, whatever. We mean good.
We do.
We mean good.
Do you?
We mean good.
I do.
We mean good.
Do you?
We mean good.
We do.
We mean good.
Do you?
Just getting a sip of water. Whatever. Sip of my blue drink.
You remember in Jersey?
It's my chug jug.
Uh,
What's up, guys?
hey, do you remember that drink that Maudy had? That it was like his workout drink?
It's go-go juice.
And Adri was making fun of it.
Like Paulo Costa would say, special drink.
Paulo
Special
Oh,
juice.
the UFC guy?
Special juice. The
Special what?
juice. You know why he says special juice, right? Because he has like a big fucking jug of something.
What is
Nobody knows what it is.
it? Is that why?
He just says special juice.
Who was it in the Sunny episode? Oh, it was the Donald Cerrone.
Oh, he
With
was in.
the-
Oh yeah, that's right. He was in the.
With the fight milk.
Yeah.
And he was
And-
throwing up. What's up, buddy? How's
Good. I had a dream yesterday.
What was it?
It was a weird, funny dream.
That's-
So, apparently, in the dream, you and a band of friends went to Italy.
Hey!
But it was
Italia.
like
Watch your leg.
It
Let
was
me
like
move in a little
it was like weird. Like it was like it was like a weird thing. It was like America, but then just like the sky was like, you know how in movies
Italian flag.
you know how
They put the filter over it.
You know how in movies it's like if you're in Mexico or you're in America.
The
America's
Mexico's like the very
America's
yellow.
like normal, and in Mexico's like oh yeah,
Orangey,
oh,
like
yellow sky.
warm.
Like you're in fucking Mars. Like
color temperature's completely
it
different.
felt like that. Like the sky was like purple or some shit. I don't know.
Oh
It was,
god,
it was
it's
weird.
just a different planet.
So it was like, okay, you guys were there, and then I don't know, for some reason
Who was the band of friends?
it was you, I think Brandon,
Okay.
Mr. Fuck,
Okay.
and like Gillian, some other people,
Okay.
just random. And then I feel like I ended up going, but then I stayed with some other family because like I didn't know where you guys were or something, so I was looking for you guys, I guess.
In Italy. Do you know
Like,
what part of
supposed
Italy
to-
we're in?
No, don't ask me.
So you act like you know Italian, but you don't know what
Shut
part
the
of Italy you're
fuck
in?
up, because I went, like I stayed
You gotta
with
know in the dream. Like,
I stayed with some Italian family and they were speaking Italian to
was
me.
it my Italian family?
I don't know, maybe it was like your aunt or something.
Was it my big fat Greek wedding?
No, I did like a laugh.
You okay?
What are you doing?
Massage.
No, I'm okay.
You sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm fine.
So you were in Italy.
Yeah, I
probably
was in
Napoli.
Italy, and then I was trying to speak to this Italian lady, old lady, and then we met up, and then that's it.
You said ciao vecchia, come stai? You called her old.
Yeah.
Ciao nonna.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's fucking pissed.
Yeah.
You piss off the Italian lady, she'll fucking hit you with a
And
on it.
I don't know. It was like, and then you guys that drove by in like a van or something as well.
Was it big?
Like a white van,
Was it big?
I guess.
Wrong. In
The-
Europe, the streets are so small you can't have big cars.
I don't know.
So it's like a miniature van, like
It-
a clown car van.
Like,
You know what I mean? Like 5 of us could fit in it, but
Yeah.
it looks like 3 can.
yeah. But it was weird because it's like, okay, mentally I was like, okay, this is Italy, but then the streets and everything look like Simpsons. Like, you know how the houses in Simpsons
Yeah.
are like just weird and
Yeah.
like, different. It felt like that.
Speaking of like little cars, but have you seen Master of None with Aziz Ansari
I have not.
and Eric Warheim?
I have not.
Well, there's a scene where they're in Italy, and Eric is in the car with Aziz, and it's just a bunch of small cars, and Eric is huge, and they're in like this fucking alleyway that like you have to close the mirrors,
Yeah.
and like I don't know what happens, but Eric like pops his head out of the top, and he looks so monstrous in this car. It's so funny. So what happens in the dream?
Nothing. That's it. That's all I really remember right now.
We just pull up in the van, and that's it.
You pull up in the van. I think Brandon said something about like, "Yo, this guy's in Italy too." I don't know. That's
That sounds like real
that's
dialogue,
pretty,
though.
that's pretty much it.
Bro, what's this kid doing?
Yeah, I don't know. It was,
Okay, that sounds
there's
like,
nothing else I could really think about it. It's just a dream. I feel like you would appreciate it.
That's nice. I'm glad that you're dreaming of being in Italy. As much as you criticize the country and its people and their hairiness and their disgusting grease.
Not hairiness. I don't really care. That, and I don't care about that. It's like their history and stuff that they've done.
Yeah. I could agree with that part. I'm not happy with the history.
You know, like your stepbrother, he
Okay.
you have a... People might don't know he has a stepbrother.
I have two stepbrothers.
Technically.
I have a real stepbrother that's actually technically my stepbrother. And then I have a stepbrother that's not technically my stepbrother yet.
So what's the difference? Oh, wait.
One is not married, one is married. On one, we're not going to talk about which side is which. But one side is actually married, so those kids are actually my step siblings.
Oh, okay.
And one side isn't
I'm like
actually
thinking
married.
of it. I forgot this guy is your dad. I forgot for a second. I forgot. My God. Fucking.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, he was one of them.
Okay.
Your unofficial stepbrother. He was saying that Italians are pretty much Nazis, and I was thinking like, when I first heard that, because I never thought about it like that, but then I'm like, yeah.
Sadly, there's still a lot of racism in Italy. That doesn't mean that all Italians are racist, obviously.
No, it is.
It is, or that it does.
It does mean.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I'm racist.
Just like one minority group, one person in one minority group.
Oh, makes the whole thing.
Defines all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Except for cops, if there's one good cop.
No. It's okay. That's fine.
Are you into SCPs? This just came into my mind.
Like the secret control people.
Yeah. Yes. The
Yeah.
secret control people.
There's somebody that kept calling it SPCs or something. Whatever.
It was you.
It was me.
No.
Maybe I probably
could have
called
been.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So I just learned about this SCP. I think I was on TikTok. I heard about it, but then I went to YouTube to like really learn about it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's this SCP. I don't know if it's called like 1733 or 1377, some shit like that.
Yeah.
And the SCP is a cassette tape. It's a VHS.
Okay.
And it's a recording of, I think, a 2012 basketball game between the Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat.
Really?
When I heard that, I was already intrigued. I was like, okay,
You're like,
this is
okay,
cool.
whoa, Miami Heat. This is real life. Whoa.
So
This couldn't be fake. This is real life. This is Miami Heat. Miami Heat.
that is life.
Yeah.
That's realism.
Yeah.
So in this SCP, the thing is that the more that the tape is replayed, the more that the entities within the cassette, the recording, start becoming like real. They realize that they're in a loop.
Really?
Yeah. So
Like the people?
in the video. So like the announcers start realizing that they've been announcing this game over and over. The players start subconsciously playing like in a way that they know, like they know what's gonna happen now, so they play differently. But so at first it's like the announcers that start noticing, the players don't, and the crowd doesn't.
Yeah.
So you see like the scientists that were watching the tape, they noticed that the players were subconsciously playing differently. And then there was a point that it was replayed so many times that nobody scored for like the entire first quarter. It was like 0-0 because they just knew each other's moves so well. And then little by little the players started noticing and the crowd started noticing, and it starts getting very bizarre. Like the announcers, I don't know what the announcers say, but then like the crowd starts freaking out and they're like,
Help!
they're realizing, and then they try to escape.
That's freaky.
They try to escape, and like they try to open the doors, nothing works and shit, and then it starts getting nuts. Like there starts becoming like
People start killing each other.
yeah, and then there's like sacrifices. I think at one point they start sacrificing children. Like it's really fucking bizarre. We have to look into it more, but like
Pretty cool.
so apparently like the SCP said like
So good for October 1st.
Yeah.
Or October 5th.
the 5th. No, 6th.
3rd.
6th
7th.
when this comes out.
Oh, this comes out the 6th. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty wild, and it's cool though that the Miami Heat was like a part of an SCP. Although it's fake.
It was like LeBron?
LeBron, like that era, like
yeah.
which I could see why, you know, they would turn that into the SCP type of thing because it's like one of those big teams at the time. But yeah, and then the children sacrificing and all that. So it says like you're not allowed to watch the SCP just to not keep looping them.
Mm-hmm.
Only like the researchers are allowed to use it for research. Like they.
So all right. So questions.
Go ahead.
Right. So.
Oh, and the counterparts of those people in real life are not affected.
Okay.
So there are counterparts. Like in the video that I saw on YouTube, they changed the story, kind of saying like they couldn't find the real counterparts of people, but in like the actual one they read, it says that the real life counterparts are unaffected at all. It's like the recorded version of them. It's kind of like Black Mirror,
like a haunted recording.
kind of like you know how in Black Mirror, I don't know if you saw the episode where like the guy, it's White Christmas, where the guy gets like the consciousness of a person and puts it into like a smart home kind of thing, so that that person's consciousness could control the house for them. It's like a smart house.
I don't know, maybe.
So the consciousness in the thing that's controlling it thinks that it's really that person. They're like suffering in there. They're like, holy shit.
Jesus.
But the real life person doesn't even know that like recording of them is suffering.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that. It's kind of fucking crazy.
That's weird. No, because I was thinking like, so is it like every time that does it restart, or is it just like?
I think it restarts. It's like the same game, but like played differently every time.
No, I'm saying like, so from the first time you watch it, they didn't know. But
no, the first time is normal. The first time is like the actual. Oh, so I think they noticed in the second run of it that like there was a foul called that wasn't called in the original game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a slight difference at first.
Yeah. So and it's like their own world.
Yeah.
In there, and they could do whatever they want, and the games are different, whatever.
I guess, but it's the same team, same night, same people in the crowd.
Okay.
They just live in that stadium now, I guess.
Sorry, excuse me.
I didn't even realize you burped. Like I did, but it didn't register.
Like you didn't care.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And now they care.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I look tiny.
You just super slouched. I think you kept going like more slouched.
As I talked about the SCP.
So I was shrinking and no, I was saying like, I was thinking in my mind like, okay, so is it like, if a new person watches it, it's like they lose all consciousness, or like they keep like they're still conscious about it even if a new person watches it like 30 views down.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that recording.
So the more times it plays by itself,
it builds.
Like if it plays,
I think it stacks.
by itself. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So imagine those people
that'd be pretty fun.
running down to the fucking crowd, punching LeBron. Stop the game! And LeBron throwing the ball at the crowd. Like, can you imagine some nutty shit? And LeBron grabs a kid by the neck and fucking idiot! And he slam dunks the kid. Like, he grabs the kid by the neck and he slam dunks his head, right? And the force of him slam dunking, it slices the kid's head off. The body falls to the floor, but the head goes through the hoop and it gives him points.
And then the kid goes, ah!
And the crowd goes, fuck! And the dad comes down, grabs the ref, and punches the ref because the ref didn't call a foul.
Yeah.
Not that LeBron killed his son, but it was a foul on his son.
Yeah.
Not that the son is dead, it was a foul.
It was a flagrant, guy!
Yeah, you know, I just learned recently, I'm just on a roll right now. I just learned recently that Halloween Horror Nights was at first on Islands of Adventure.
Really?
Yeah, and listen to this.
What?
This is something I wanted to tell you. Sorry.
It's okay.
The Dr. Seuss land,
his
wife said that they weren't allowed to make it scary. They were only allowed to play his music backwards. No scarers in that area at all.
No scary
at all.
Yeah.
You know, the racist Dr. Seuss said, we can't make it scary.
Can't make it scary, just real life scary.
Just racist.
Yeah.
So they could only like dim the lights, I think, or have kind of strobe lights and his music backwards, which is still pretty cute, pretty cool. The Marvel Island, it was called like Island Invasion or something like that, and it was Marvel Zombies.
Fucking.
It was Marvel Zombies.
Well, 1 year.
And it was the bad guys like Carnage on the street and Venom like fucked up, and the heroes were dead. It was fucking nuts.
What year was it?
It was like early, like late 1990s, early 2000s. And then like,
because I feel like maybe I remember like going around at the time, but going to Universal
during the daytime.
Like going to Universal, and it was like Halloween Horror Nights, and it was like in islands that it was maybe.
Okay, so it was probably like set up already, but you went during the daytime maybe, and they didn't have everything. I don't know what happened, but they complained because they didn't want the heroes to be shown in that light, which is stupid because the heroes are shown in that light in the comics. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Which was badass because I remember you were talking about that, like Marvel Zombies, Halloween Horror Nights. I was looking up, and they had that, and like there's such cool fucking lore in Horror Nights.
Yeah.
I forgot what year they moved it to Universal, and then for years there was no like commercial houses, like no.
There wasn't any
Halloween, no Jason, no Freddy.
So it was just like the originals.
Originals.
Yeah.
which those looked pretty creepy.
Those are cool regardless.
And then this one year that I remember specifically like looking into Horror Nights but still being too scared. It was a year that it was like, let's all go to the movies.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, let's all go to the
the
lobby.
lobby. Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah. I remember that, and then it was like on the.
That was the first year where an actual movie made an appearance. Isn't that fucking crazy?
I remember in that commercial, it was like fucking Wolfman. It was like Chucky. In the fucking popcorn.
Saw.
In the popcorn thing, Saw. I used to be scared.
I was fucking scared shitless. That was when I was like, I never want to go to Horror Nights.
Never. When I was a little kid, I'm like, no! It's this commercial, no!
It was bad. So, I remember that year, and I always thought that they had stuff like that.
It hurt my throat.
You need water? You chug.
Like,
So, I always thought that the years before they had Chucky, they had stuff like that. So, as I was doing my research the other day, it turns out that was the first year. God damn, my dog was thirsty. It was the first year
for the camera.
that they brought in like what's that called? IPs.
Intellectual properties.
Yes.
Intellectual.
Electrical properties.
Electrical properties.
That was the first year that they had IPs, and then from there it was such a success that they continued with that.
That's
which is crazy.
Wow. So like we were witness to the first year of.
Yeah, and that's why it was so scary that year because
Yeah.
they were really pushing that. Because before that, I hadn't really seen a lot of promos.
I don't think I've ever seen. Yeah.
Like I probably heard of Horror Nights, but I
Yeah.
never saw like being promoted. That year, I remember seeing that commercial all the
I
time.
used to remember
Always.
yeah. When I used to stay up late watching Adult Swim scariness already.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
and then let's all go to the. I'm like.
Fuck!
And I'm like, no.
I would change the channel.
I would change it. I would change,
change the channel, come back, and it was still on. I was like, fuck!
Yeah.
But that's pretty cool to me. Like, the island thing with the fucking Marvel Zombies, I was like,
Yeah.
that's badass.
Yeah.
That could have been a cool thing to witness.
It would have been, like, for us, it would have been super dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember seeing a tweet yesterday that's like, oh, people that witnessed, like, college radio, like in the 90s and early 2000s was really different than now. So I remember like people I'm sure people then that really loved the comics and like really fucked with that idea. Like I'm sure they appreciated that.
That was so
Yeah.
badass, I'm sure.
I'm sure they appreciated that.
Yeah,
a lot.
dude. I wish they still did something like that. Who knows? I was thinking of other things. It's crazy how many movies like it'd be hard for them to get IPs for. Like
Yeah.
Hellraiser, I think people were saying that they want a Hellraiser, but apparently the IP was really hard to get and to get the rights for. So it's
there's something that had Hellraiser, or maybe just video games, I guess.
No, I think there was a house one time. It's Dead by Daylight that has Hellraiser.
Yeah.
But I think I was looking it up. There was a house one year that was like a drive-in. It was like an original house. It was like a drive-in type house, but they had IPs within it. So like on the screen of one of them, Hellraiser was on it and stuff like that, which is pretty cool.
But it was like that was the most that it was.
It wasn't like a full Cenobite Hellraiser themed thing. They had Cabin in the Woods one year.
I remember that.
I'm so mad that I didn't get to see that.
Yeah.
They had Trick or Treat, and I had just seen Trick or Treat.
Yeah. They had it like 2 years ago or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was. Bless you. Bro, I was watching Community recently, and Troy, fucking Childish Gambino, he sneezes, he goes, Achoo! And they make fun of him. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And then, fucking Chevy Chase, he was like, you gotta, have a sneeze like a man. And he fucking does that type of sneeze. It was pretty ridiculous. It just reminded me of that. I just hurt my throat.
Did you hear the theory that, like, the album, there was, like, an album or something that he did early on that he was, like, hiding his children? That, like, he wrote a song, like, it was kind of about, like, him having kids.
Gambino?
Yeah. Like, now, apparently, he's public with his kids.
I didn't know.
Which I didn't even know he had kids.
I had no clue. I didn't even know he was married.
Yeah, I thought he was a virgin, I don't know.
He's so cute, though.
He's very handsome,
He's very handsome.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, though. I saw this video recently of Harry Styles.
Mm-hmm.
And he's explaining the meaning behind watermelon sugar.
Yeah.
Right? And then it's at a concert and he's like, oh, this song is about...
This song is about the sugar and watermelons. I left it out one day. Love wearing dresses, everybody. Good job.
The sweetness of life. That's what he said. But then he said, just kidding.
Eating pussy.
It's about the female orgasm. But these concerts is full of children, Harry.
Yeah, Harry.
What are you doing?
Harry.
Harry? That's fucking disgusting.
That is.
My little cousins listen to Harry
What
Styles.
does he know about female orgasms? Isn't he gay?
Ooh, that's a hot take.
That is not a hot take.
It-
Because all these fucking little Harry Styles stands, like your little cousin,
Bro, Larry.
There's
There's this
Yes.
fucking thing.
I made a joke saying
Louie and Harry. Yeah.
Larry, and they're like, you know about Larry?
That's right.
And there's like videos on top of videos on top of videos.
Yeah, of like proof that him and Louis or one of them was dating like secretively.
Yeah. Or
You know what? If he is gay, there's no problem with that.
I don't really care.
He made the song Watermelon Sugar.
Can you see that? I saw a video yesterday that was pretty intriguing. It was about some.
That was disgusting!
Whoa!
It smelled like mustard.
Ugh!
I'm sorry, I had to put up the seat a little bit.
It's okay.
I have to be the superior.
Shut up. So I saw a video yesterday. Archaeologists, they found like a tomb. I guess they were excavating something and they found a tomb filled with water. And it was like a coffin. And they found human remains. And next to this, they found like a wooden sheath with
Keep going.
with a scabbard in it.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
It's a sword.
Oh, a scabbard?
Yeah, it's a scabbard.
Sounds like a fucking pirate's dick.
Scabbard.
Like a pirate's dick that fell off from scabies or some shit.
You know they named vagina after a sheath? Or vice versa?
Oh, they called the vagina sheath?
Or something?
Because it slits the sword?
Yeah. More you know, right? So anyways, it was it was a tomb, and then they found, and it was like from like thousands of years ago, and they found a sword, and then they like unsheathed it, and it was like perfect condition. It was underwater, and then they like did tests, and it was like from like 2,500 years ago.
How?
It was perfect condition. It was a seal tight, like made of like it was like the wooden sheath, and it was like.
How did the wood not get like?
I guess it was like super like a good lacquer. Like they're saying it was like a
protective.
Yeah, that it was like maybe the sheath
the sheath
deteriorated, maybe, but like the sword itself was like perfect condition. I have a video.
You have it,
but it's like more than well, it's a TikTok thing.
Yeah. Do we have to play the video for them?
No, we don't need to. I can show it to you, but
yeah,
it's like a badass sword, and it's like
that's so nuts, dude.
And they felt it like it
was still sharp.
The archaeologists felt it to see how dull it was, and it cut him, like he drew blood. It said, and then they were testing. They were like checking it, and they figured out the tomb was like of like King Jinghao or something. I don't remember the name. But he was like a king of like one of the states in China at the time.
That's fucking crazy.
And it's
dude.
like, and they.
So it was in the ocean.
It was like underground, but it was like underwater.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was like, and they figured out the inscriptions. It was like the writing before Mandarin.
Oh.
Before the language even was made, it was like the writing.
Yeah, so it's like old.
It was like
Mandarin's already old as fuck.
Yeah. So it was like the language before Mandarin.
Bro, imagine.
And then it was like it was like for personal use of King whatever. So, yeah, that's what it said on the.
Fetch me my personal sword.
Yes,
but in Chinese.
Yeah.
Or whatever language it was.
Before Mandarin.
Wow.
So yeah, that's like shit. That's crazy. So it's like that was like 100 years before Alexander the Great was even born or something. They said it was like crazy before Christ.
Life is incredible, man.
That is crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
We can put the picture of the sword.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
All right.
That was a episode. We'll just sit here like we always do. Just like teachers. How you thought teachers didn't have a life? They just stayed at school. They just
teachers. They just stayed.
All right, class. Bye.
Bye. Have a
great summer.
Yeah.
No, they walk into the closet and they charge, and then every morning.
Oh my god.
All right, guys.
We mean
good, baby.
Take care. Brush your hair.
What would you say?